We're now joined by the head coach of the Furman Paladins, Jackie Carson, along with student-athlete Grace Van Rye. Coach, if you can, just opening statement, and then we'll take some questions.
Gosh, it was a crazy year, right? As I just told the team, I couldn't be prouder. You know, it's not the result we wanted nor the one that we're used to. We simply completely ran out of gas, you know, and we had a lot of kids out there that haven't been in that moment in a long time, because a lot of our seasoned kids were on the sideline in the same type of clothes that I have on. So, but this young lady and what she's given 5 years to our program, and just their fight all year, like we were always constantly waiting for the next shoe to drop, I felt like, and you know, for them to persevere. I mean, it's obvious, some of the obvious injuries, but the other things that people don't see about what these young ladies have endured has made it a special year. So not the result we wanted, but I couldn't be prouder.
Questions from the room? If you have a question, just raise your hand. We have a mic. I'll ask one. Coach, if you can, just talk about at the end, you had the lead, and they make a couple buckets. Like, what were you seeing on the floor and the difficulties there, kind of stopping that wave as it was coming?
Yeah, well, we knew that the run was coming. They made runs in, you know, the second quarter as well, third quarter. The thing is that we just started getting really, really tight. We knew the game was starting to, you know, get down to the wire, and we made some really costly turnovers, and they capitalized on our turnovers and got some momentum. And then I think just the fear kicked in. Again, that was, you know, we had a sophomore point guard, a sophomore four. Let's see, Evie's a junior that hasn't played a lot of minutes. Jalen's a freshman. That's what we had on the floor as our scorers. And then we brought in Sydney Ryan, another freshman. Just a lot of kids who are not used to that moment where you're going against some seasoned kids. I mean, with the exception of Thompson and Yaz, everyone on that team knew what it was like to lose to Furman last year. And so they remember that. And of course, we had a lot of kids that, you know, were here but didn't play huge moments. So it makes a big difference. But like I say, hats off to Chattanooga. They rose to the occasion. We just got really, like I said, had some costly turnovers. And I think we had 5 turnovers in the last, you know, quarter alone. And you know, that's not going to help you win a game at the end. So we did a great job for 3 quarters, a really good job, and then kind of the wheels fell off.
Any other questions in the room?
Grace, you decided late, well, I guess midsummer to come back for your final year. Talk about this year, and, you know, has it met your expectations as far as, you know, your play? You know, I know you're a little disappointed with the way the season turned out as far as team goes, but I know a lot of Furman people are glad you decided to come back.
Yeah, I always make a joke out of it, but every single year is completely different in college basketball. So, you know, I knew coming back, I was a little hesitant because I knew that it would take another leadership role out of me, a different one, because I knew that I didn't have, you know, Tiara Hodges right there with me, and, you know, the girls who came in with me, Grayson Boone and Bea Mateo. Like, I knew it was just going to be me as that, you know, 5th-year senior. But you know, I miss basketball. I miss Furman University. I miss Furman women's basketball, just being in that environment and that culture every day. And so I decided to come back. And, you know, I love this year. Even though we went through the biggest adversity, you know, Tate Walters went down, Nevaeh went down, you know, I still wanted to go to practice every day and still be around these girls and still be around this amazing Furman University staff. So I don't want to say too much, but it was definitely a big leadership change, but it taught me a lot, and you know, it'll prepare me in the future if I want to go into coaching. And I'm just really excited to see what this group of people get out of it, because I know that we will learn from this and it will make us better in basketball and outside of basketball. So, yeah.
Any other questions in the room? Grace, one last one, and we'll let you all go. Talk a little bit. I'm looking here at minutes played, and, you know, out of the 5 starters, 32, 36, 37, 37. A lot of people talk about leaving it all on the floor. You did 36 of those minutes. Just talk about giving the last little bit of effort, just everything you got for Furman.
Well, Coach Carson does play only like 8 or 9 players, and I knew this going into it, so I feel like I was built for this and this long of play. But yes, I think that's the tagline for this year, just leaving everything out on the court, because we've just dealt with a lot of injuries and fatigue. And so I think this team, I know Jada Sessions, I know Janae Allen, I know Evie, everyone who played today, they left everything that they had on the court. And I'm very proud of them. So, yeah, I'm kind of used to those minutes played.
Yeah. Well, Coach, Grace, thank you all for your time.
Thank you.
All right. Best of luck
Thanks.
next year.